Hi, folks. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Danny Epstein. This is the Growth Blueprint, how to build a seven-figure plus solo or small law firm. I am a fractional chief marketing officer. I'm also the founder of Stratify and the Raleigh SEO team, a full-service digital marketing agency located here in beautiful Research Triangle Park, North Carolina. So our goal today is to give you a proven roadmap of how to grow your business. We're going to really focus on the 3 stages of growth that every successful law firm needs to go through. Not every law firm is going to go through it, but every law firm needs to if you're going to be a local market leader. So I want to give you a roadmap to grow your firm so that you can reclaim your time, you can improve the quality of your life. We want to give you this in just a plain talk, no crazy IT nonsense, just actionable things that you can do today to make your practice as successful as you want it to be. So now, what are the 3 growth stages all law firms need to go through if they're going to be a local market leader? Well, the first one is foundational, right? We'll get into that in a minute. The second one is momentum. Momentum is kind of when your practice is already set up and you have a good flow of business, you're successful, but you're stuck in you don't have a predictable, steady flow of clients coming in. Sometimes you have to take in more difficult clients than you might want to. You're doing a lot more of the administrative stuff than you really need to. You're managing things like your website and content, and you're just doing too much. And then the next stage is the ideal stage to get to, where you're the local market leader, and what does that mean? The local market leader is the firm that is perceived by the community as an expert in the niche and the locations in which you practice. What's the benefit of that? The benefit of that is that when people come to you, you don't have to sell yourself, because you are the perceived expert. You are the local market leader. So you spend a lot less time on sales cycles. You don't have to go over your credibility. You don't have to try to convince them. You don't have to differentiate yourself from the competitors, because you've already done that. That's the important part of that journey, and that's how you get there. So probably the most important thing is that you can charge more. So you're the price leader. You're the expert, so you command higher profits. And you don't have to take cases that you know are going to be difficult, because you have a steady, predictable flow of clients coming in. So when you're the local market leader, this is a life-changing event. I mean, this makes a difference. Your kids are going to better schools. Your family's going on better vacations. You're driving better cars. You're having a better life, better house, better everything. So you're growing bigger, better, faster than ever before. All right, so now let's talk about what's really important here. It's like, how do law firms attract new clients? Now, this video, we're going to really focus on the foundation, the things that you need to do in the beginning. Now, some law firms are going to be in this stage. Guys, solo practitioners are just starting out. Some small firms are going to be here. Some mid-sized firms are still going to be here. Some people are going to be here for their entirety of their practice. We're going to do another 2 videos. We're going to do another video on momentum, and we're going to do another video on being a local market leader. But this one, we're going to really focus. The leads process is the same for everybody. So personal references is the best thing that you can get, right? So the more people you have talking about how great your services were, well, because even if you're not the local market leader, and even if you are the local market leader, people are coming and they've had nothing but great input about you. So they're coming, and you don't have to sell yourself so hard. You have that built-in credibility. So references from friends or families or colleagues. This is all super important. Then people regularly go online. The majority of people are going to search online, and they're going to go to Find Laura or Justia, and they're going to look at you and your rating and what's said about you, and they're going to write your name down, and they're going to write down the name of several other attorneys. This is very common. And then they're going to go and they're going to visit your website, and they're going to look at your website. And then what they're going to do is they're going to go to Google, and they're going to search your reputation, and might not necessarily be in that order. And sometimes people are going to go directly to Google. And more people are going to go more to Google. They're going to search family attorney near me, immigration attorney near me, personal injury attorney near me. And they're going to see your reviews, and then they're going to go to your website. And then you have advertising. So Google local service ads is great. We crush it in a whole bunch of different areas for attorneys, generating a steady stream of business, especially for the local market leaders. I mean, it just kicks. And then what we call SEO. Not what we call SEO, what we call evergreen presence online. SEO happens to be part of it. So the rest of it is like social media. It's generative content and website blog content, stuff that the generative AIs are saying, hey, in this location and in this specialty, this is the best content. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put this for this search engine result page. I'm going to put it right up there. So those are the main areas of how you're going to be able to attract some more clients. So today's consumer has changed. The whole practice of law has changed since COVID, right? There are now way more attorneys working independently and way more attorneys working for small law firms than there are for big law firms. There's more solo practitioners than ever before. And it's really important to understand exactly how people are looking for your services. So let's start here. 87% of people are seeking legal services. They're going to begin their search online. And they're going to begin that search with no particular practice in mind. So they're going to go on there, and they're going to look for your reviews. And then what they're going to do, 74% of them, some of them are going to call right there, right? They'll say, oh, wow, this guy's got a great review. I'm going to call him. And they'll just call. And then if the phone's answered, they're going to speak to you. If the phone's not answered, what they're going to do, they're going to hang up, and they're going to call the next guy on the line. And if that guy picks up, he's got a huge opportunity, and he's probably going to get that case. That's what statistics show us, right? Now, like I said, 74% are going to visit your website. So that's still a lot of people, right? Your website is your opportunity to differentiate yourself. You have 5 seconds. You have exactly 5 seconds to grab their attention. If you can't grab their attention in 5 seconds, if your website's slow and clunky and it takes a long time to load, or it's just not professionally done and it just doesn't look great, it's a reflection upon you. So your reputation and your website is your front door. All right? So people trust Google reviews as much as a personal referral. And that's really important, because the Google reviews don't ever stop giving reviews. That's all they do. So 24/7, they're there. Anytime somebody wants to find an attorney in your locations and in your niche, they're going to, 87% of them are going to go to Google, and they're going to see your online reputation. your family, your friends, your satisfied clients, how often do they speak to somebody who could use your services? A couple times a year, if we're lucky? Well, that's why Google reviews are so incredibly important. And that's something that you could do today. You could start making sure that you're asking for Google reviews on every single case. Now, Google reviews are really super important because the public trust for lawyers is not fantastic. This is a Gallup poll, and what it tells us is that 13% of the population has a very low opinion of attorneys. 3% have a very high opinion of attorneys. 20% have a very low opinion. So right there you have 33%. So 1 in 3 people, they don't think fondly of attorneys. 47 average, which is net negative. So this is net negative occupations from the same Gallup poll information. So it's just on a different rating, right? So here it's a 5-star. Actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Here it's just broken down. The reason why they do this is to determine whether or not it's net positive or net negative. And for attorneys, unfortunately, it happens to be there's a general mistrust out in the world about attorneys. That's why it's so incredibly important that you differentiate yourself from the pack, right? If you're competing on price, and if you find that you don't have as many clients coming in as you would like, this is what you need to do. So start with your reputation. Why start with your reputation? Well, I don't care how much money you spend on advertising. You can come to me and say, Danny, listen, I want to spend $15,000 a month on advertising. And I want to put $10,000 a month in SEO. And if I looked at your reputation and your reputation wasn't any good, I would tell you, don't spend a dime, because all you're doing is you're sending your traffic to your competitors. So what do I mean by that? Your reputation is the way that you can ethically steal your competition's referrals. Because when they come online and they look at your competitor, and your competitor's got 3.8 star reviews, 6, or a 4.3, and they have 16, but you have 160 5-star reviews, who do you think they're going to call? They're going to call you. So that's why you need to start getting these reviews today. Now, we have systems that we can help you with to supercharge that. We have done-for-you solutions. And a lot of times we have ways of just really ramping that up. And if you need our help, feel free to reach out and call us. We'd be happy to help you. Your reputation, got to get that reputation going. Your website has got to be fantastic, and you got to answer your phone calls, because if you don't answer your phone calls, they're going to call the next person online. We have AI solutions for that are just crushing it. Actually, we've been building AIs for attorneys, and I have attorneys telling me that they'll be sitting in their office and caller ID. They'll see it's a client that they know that they want to speak to. They'll just pick up the phone, and the client is disappointed that the AI didn't pick up, because the AIs that we've been building is just a hit. We're actually launching a platform called AIttorney.com. The site's not up now. We are just wrapping up beta testing. Today was actually the last day of beta testing. And we're now beginning to launch the program. So we're bringing in clients to stress test it and to make sure we have everything in place before we put the website up and before we go full stream on it. Now, Stratify is an FCMO company. It's a fractional chief marketing officer. So what that does is we help people to put together their goals and their objectives and their strategic marketing plan. And then what we do is we base that all on KPIs, key performance indicators, so that we can track exactly what's going on. The Raleigh SEO team is something that most of my clients use. They don't have to. A lot of times I'll be hired by a CMO to come in on a project, and I'll work with the digital marketers that they already have up. But a lot of my lawyers, part of our process of positioning lawyers as local market leaders is Raleigh SEO team will put together we'll do the actual day in and day out work. Now, what we do that is different than most agencies is you can track performance 24/7, especially in SEO and especially in advertisement. Your ads and your SEO, you can see daily. You can just log in daily and see the performance, right? So our goal is to position our clients as local market leaders. If you want to speak to us, we're here for you. Great. Give us a call. I'd love to hear from you. If not, anyway, I hope that you found this useful and that these are things that you could put into use in your practice today and that you could begin to grow bigger, better, and faster than ever before. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day.